Broly and Goku had just finished with the life of Emperor Frieza. The remaining inhabitants of the planet knelt before these children and would thank them very much for this. Despite being children, they wanted to name them the kings of the planet, since they freed them from the hell that Emperor Frieza had started. But Goku and Broly did not care about this proposal. Goku would only ask them for some food because he was very hungry, and they would give him something to eat, a table full of food only for both Saiyans. And evidently they would eat all of it, surprising everyone by how much they were able to eat. Goku and Broly after that would thank them for the food and would tell them that it was very delicious, and then they would leave the place. But in another place, they got the attention of a god, because in the process they both had released exceptional amounts of power. Whis, tell me, did you feel this? What do you mean, Mr. Beerus? I felt two very powerful powers, something that I have never felt before, and I can't perceive that it is a god of destruction. What the hell is that? Mr. Beerus, those two guys seem to be mortals. How? What are you saying, Whis? They are mortals? That's right, Mr. Beerus. From what I can see, they seem to be two children, and they just finished the life of the tyrant Frieza. Wait, what? Two children killed Frieza? That's impossible. Where did those guys come from? It seems that they are Saiyans. They must be survivors of the planet that he condemned to destroy. I don't understand. That race is very inferior. The probability that one of them has enough power to eliminate Frieza is extremely low. I find it hard to believe that they are really Saiyans. Why are you surprised, Mr. Beerus? Maybe you didn't have a similar premonition? That's true, Whis. Now that I remember, I had some visions about two subjects, but I'm not sure if those dreams are real. Whis, tell me where those Saiyans are. Mr. Beerus, they are on an unknown planet called Gremua. It seems that on that planet, Frieza was conquering it with all his soldiers. Well, that's where they were when there was that great increase of power. Now surely they are no longer there. Well, I don't care. Take me to wherever those guys are. I want to meet them. All right, Mr. Beerus. At that moment, Whis and Beerus would leave towards where Goku and Broly were. Meanwhile, in another place, Zeno-sama and Daishin-kan would have seen the feat that Goku and Broly did. Both were proud of how both had handled the situation. But what they did not know is that a god of destruction had set his sights on them, since none of the gods of destruction knew that those children were practically children of the king of everything, Zeno-sama, since the king of everything never revealed anything about those children. Only some angels were aware of this, but they were forbidden to tell the gods. But Daishin-kan noticed that Beerus was with Whis, wandering through the universe, and he noticed that they were looking for someone, so he used his powers to see who it was, looking into the past through them, so he could hear all the conversations that the god of destruction Beerus and the angel Whis had before. Learning that they were looking for his two disciples, Goku and Broly, Daishin-kan tried to warn Whis not to take him to those children, but Zeno-sama said to Daishin-kan, "Stop, don't do anything. Let me observe what is going on. Those children are very capable of many things. I need to have fun watching how things happen." But Zeno-sama, do you know what you are asking me? You want me to take them to an imminent death. You train them during their whole life, Daishin-kan. Don't you trust them? Don't you see them capable? You are a fool. Just do what I tell you, and that's it. As you say, great Zeno-sama. Meanwhile, Goku and Broly were traveling through the universe with the cube that Daishin-kan had given them. And at one point they saw a planet that caught their attention. There was the planet Vamp, because the color of the planet was something striking, and Goku had felt the power of a guy in that place. It seemed that the planet was completely desolate. Goku and Broly would enter this planet in search of warriors with which to test their power. But the only thing they would see would be a beast rising in front of them, and this would attack them. But Broly would finish it with a blow. What a bad welcome they gave us in this place. I don't understand why. That is irrelevant at this moment, Broly. I feel that there are no subjects on this planet. But nevertheless, I feel slightly the power of someone, although I can't locate it. Both would look for him, but they would find nothing but strange animals. It seemed that the planet was completely alone. But in the distance, they could see someone inside a cave who was crawling out, and they would notice him. Broly would look at him and say, "Wait, that guy looks familiar. Maybe that's him. That's my father. My father is alive. At that moment, Broly would be happy. He would recognize who his father was. Both would approach him. Paragus would see two children and realize that one of them was his son Broly, causing him to shed a small tear in his eye. I can't believe it. My son, it's you. I thought you had died, Broly. Where have you been all this time? You don't know how bad I've had it, without knowing what had happened to you. It's a long story, Father. Besides, I don't know if I should tell you for your own good, but I'm very excited to see you, Father. Broly, it has made me too happy to see you. I have recovered my emotional stability. Tell me that you won't separate from me again. Broly would hug him at that moment, a hug between father and son. Goku didn't understand that feeling, because he really didn't even know who his father was. But he was surprised because he had never seen Broly in such an expressive way. Since he was always calm and serious, it was one of the few times that he had noticed happiness in Broly. Broly would ask his father if he lived alone on that planet, and he confirmed that he did. But Paragus still didn't understand how they arrived to that planet. Broly would explain that they were raised by divine beings, and that they arrived to that planet thanks to a magic cube, leaving Paragus perplexed when he saw that magic cube. He didn't understand how something like that had the power to travel in the universe. Broly would laugh and tell him, "Ha ha, Father, don't worry. I don't know how that thing works." Paragus would ask him if he could take him to Frieza because he needed to talk to him. Broly would look him in the eyes and seriously tell him, "Didn't you know that he destroyed the planet Vegeta?" "Wait, what?" "As you said, the planet Vegeta was destroyed." "How? It's impossible. But if we served for him, it's impossible that he betrayed us like that. Damned Frieza. I swear I will take revenge for this. In fact, I exterminated him. You shouldn't worry about that." "But how? You say that you eliminated Frieza. It's a joke, right?" "No, Father. It's serious. I killed him with my own hands." "Amizu-san, I'm proud of what you've become. Father, I want to introduce you to the person who took care of me all this time. I'm sure he'll be happy to meet you." Broly would say this, when suddenly there would be a rumble und Plemd, leading the Saiyans confused, wondering what had happened. Paragus would look at Hu at once, and he would be scared because he knew who it was. "So, you are those kids. I didn't really expect that." Goku would think they were other inhabitants on the planet. "I see. So the planet wasn't as desolate as I thought." Paragus would yell at Goku, "You idiot! He's not from this planet. He's Beerus, the god of destruction, the most powerful in the universe." Whis would remember the Saiyan Paragus and would say to Beerus, "So Beerus, remember him? He is one of the Saiyans of that planet." "That's right. How not to remember him when he was rude to me? I only had pity on him, and I didn't kill him for that." Goku would see his companion and would ask him, "Who are you?" Whis would answer him, "Good, my name is Whis. Nice to meet you." They seemed to come with good intentions, so Goku wouldn't feel threatened. The god of destruction, Beerus, would ask them directly how they had been able to annihilate Frieza. Goku and Broly would just nod their heads, because they couldn't really explain that. But they saw that the cat wasn't just any god, and they told him if they could face him, exciting the god of destruction, because that's exactly what he was coming for. According to what Paragus said, "It seems you are a worthy opponent, Beerus." "Yeah, well, as you say, kids. Go ahead. Attack." Goku would use the Super Saiyan state and would attack Beerus, but he realized that with this, he couldn't make him move even an inch. Broly would do the same, but in his legendary state, and he would try to hit the god of destruction, but Beerus dodged it easily and would hit him near the back of the head, which made Broly couldn't even continue fighting and fell to the ground fainting. Goku would see this and say, "Oh, Broly! Damn it! It seems that this is not just any guy. He is really powerful." Beerus would get serious and say, "But what a disappointment. I really expected more from these kids." Goku would touch his back in annoyance and say, "I'm still missing. Are you forgetting me?"
Kid, don't get in the way.
I already realize that I'm just wasting my time here. I'll destroy this planet and leave. Goku's senses were activated, and he thought, "No, we can't die like that. I made a mistake when I faced that guy. Paragus wasn't lying. He has a terrifying power. I need to use all my power once and for all. I won't beat around the bush anymore. Goku at that moment would use the Super Saiyan Blue God, surprising the god completely. Maybe he is using the power of the gods. I perceived in him a divine key. How the hell is it that he could access something like that? I can't assimilate that a Saiyan has reached the divine state of the gods. How interesting. I had never seen this in a mortal. Goku would look him seriously in the eyes and tell him, I won't allow you to finish us off. I don't care if you are the god of destruction or whatever. I only know that I have to protect my brother just because of your whim. Good boy. I like that determination. That's what I was looking for. Goku would hit his screen and would throw himself towards the god of destruction, appearing above him, trying to hit him with a knee in the head. But Beerus would stop him, although Goku with his other leg would manage to hit him due to the distraction of the god of destruction Beerus, pushing him a few meters away. Amazing, kid. You are one of the few that have achieved the feat of fitting me that way. But I don't care that you are a kid. I will finish you all. Goku would say, We'll see about that, kitty. Goku would continue fighting with the god of destruction. But evidently, the superiority of the god of destruction was evident. That power was not enough to face someone like Beerus. So Beerus would take him by the head, then smash him to the ground, leaving Goku unable to move and untransformed. powerGoku was sweating from fear. No, it can't be. This can't be happening to me. I had hoped to leave this planet, and now I'm going with him. I don't want to die at this moment. Goku would try to get up, but he couldn't. Beerus would say, You still have a long way to go before you can face me, children. But unfortunately, you will have to be eliminated along with this planet. Goku would say, Damn it, it can't be. I was just playing. Beerus would prepare the Haki to exterminate them, and he would be about to throw it and destroy the planet. But he had just fallen asleep at that moment. So Whis would say, Oops, he seems to have fallen asleep. I'll have to take him away. And at that moment, Whis would take him away. A long time later, years had passed since Goku and Broly had returned to the planet of Zeno after almost being destroyed by the god of destruction Beerus. And they were training. Both had grown enough and had an amazing power. Gaishin Khan had been able to see their weaknesses and taught them to disappear them, and they had reached an extremely great power.